Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Yep, you know the song. It's AC Dixie, also parodied by Hayseed Dixie, and you can listen to those tracks on most streaming services these days. But yeah, this one feels particularly dirty because it is another Kraken in the Agincourt down at tier 3, which is completely unfair when you're up against new players. But I'm not alone in this one because I did pick up a new friend in a match earlier in the day while I was trying to tick off my low tier premiums in standard. His name is Mike, is a US Navy veteran. So hello, Mike. He lives way up in the northeast corner of the United States of America, right before you get to Alaska. So I can't imagine it's too warm up there at the moment. But Mike has literally only been playing the game for a few hours. He was on Mike. Mike was on Mike, and we struck up a little conversation, and we decided to jump in together and play a few games to help him just grind his ships up a little bit. He's playing the Clemson in this one, which, as we all know, is a pretty handy gunboat. But as he is early in the game, his commander's levels aren't that great. His concealment isn't that great. But we are going to do what we can to help him out, because any victory is experience points towards the next level. He did play the Omaha quite well in the game after this as well. And as we all know, the Omaha is a bit of a Citadel pinata, but he survived longer than most. But this one, we've got Clemson, we've got Agincourt, we've got a carrier match. Yeah, not what you want to see when you're new to the game and in a destroyer. But we are going to do what we can to bring this one home for Blue Team and help Mike with that grind up the tiers, because many of us who've been in this game a long time know that the grind can be absolutely painful. So every little victory helps. Obviously, we're on hotspot. It's a domination game, but we've only got the single cap on the right hand side. It's not a 4 cap map, and I think that's because it is low tier. There's plenty of people across the other side of the map, so we're going to play this left side and centre of the map because the Agincourt can be particularly nasty down at tier 3. Now, my initial concern for myself was I don't have any AA, and that carrier's going to focus me, but he's not. So he obviously doesn't know that the Agincourt doesn't have any AA. But I do know that the Kuma has very light armor, but it also has lots of torpedoes. So we're going to do what we can to try and get rid of him at the start of the game. And I think somebody else must have hit him at the same time, because we only get about 5k off him, but we pick up the kill with a Citadel hit and the first blood. So that's nice. What's that? South Carolina tier 3, and I'm trying to think. Yeah, that was a freebie ship. Don't exactly know much about it, but he is a Chung King, and if you want to know all about my opinion of the Chung King, the tier 4 Pan-Asian early access cruiser, which will be on general release soon, yeah, it's not a good boat. It's not a good boat. Its saving grace is its smokescreen and torpedoes. But one thing you have to remember is that that smokescreen goes out a lot slower than your ship is travelling. Now I can see he's got his torpedoes up, and I'm prepared to take 1 or 2 of those because I have got some heals available to me. The important thing for me is to get rid of Guy off the map. I think as he's turning, he's trying to put some more torpedoes out, but the secondaries are on the go, the main guns are out. We Citadel him, and that is kill number 2. We're only on 1, 2, 3, 2, 4 damage, which is quite embarrassing. We soak a torpedo, we damage control that one. We've got the Izakazi there. Did I hit that damage control too soon? Perhaps. We've got a Britannia off on the left flank. The plan now, as I call the Mike, is turn round, back out of there. My secondaries are going on the Izzy. He is going guns on. I've only got AP loaded, but we're going to do what we can to take as many hit points off him as we can and try to let the secondaries do the rest. We hit the booster, we set the focus on him. He's now realizing that perhaps I don't go near an Agincourt in the future. South Carolina's out there, and what I'm trying to do now is this Britannia that is on the left in the center of those two islands. I want to try and draw him out into Mike's torpedoes. So my focus of fire at the moment is a broadside South Carolina. I do see a ship spotted at the back there, and it's like, is he any risk? Hopefully not. I can see carrier planes coming in again, but it doesn't look like he's heading in my direction again. It's like, okay, I'll let you do what you want out there. So let's have a look. The guy's going away from us. There's the Britannia coming out. And I'm sort of saying to Mike, watch how long your smoke screen's got left on it, because you don't want to get bumped by this guy. And I'm going to turn away, and then I'm going to turn back in, because I'm trying to have a look at where that guy's guns are pointing. I'm prepared to soak a bit of damage, but giving up a full broadside, I know it's not the best thing to do. But we try to angle as best we can. We lose a couple of bars of health, but now that we know he's fired those front guns, we're going to heal up. We can see our carrier going on him. Here come the guy's back guns, and once we know he's in the middle of a reload, we're going to try and put the turn in and get back on this guy. But we're going to let the carrier do his job and run down with those torpedo bombers. Here we go. The Britannia is now the one that has been forced to turn, and we are going to put our guns out there as well. Not the greatest dispersion on this, because we have got a secondary build on it. He's just outside of that range, but we pick up, 16,000 damage off him with one salvo. But Mike has got himself spotted. He decides to do everything that he can do, and he's going guns on, trying to get air fire on this guy. We are going to turn back into him. There's some more torpedoes on the way, and he's running in circles. He's not long of this game, and that Britannia is going to pick him up with its secondaries. So sadly we lose Mike, but it is 6 ships plays 4. The Britannia is ticking. There is a cruiser pushing in who thinks that he is going to have his slice of the pie, but I do believe that it is Mike's flood that is ticking on that Britannia. But we're not going to let another blueberry take the kill away from the division. So yeah, we're just going to spam that one, because that is kill number 4. We didn't need it, but we'll take it. It was a bit of a cheap one. We're only on 53,500 damage, which isn't a lot, but it is only tier 3 in this one, so there's not a lot of hit points to be had. Like I said, Agincourt can be a bit of a bully down here, but it's not unbeatable. It is not unbeatable. We see the carrier off in the distance, and the South Carolina is out there as well, still going away. This cruiser is trying to get some shots on him. He's very low health, but the South Carolina takes a torpedo from the carrier, and it looks like he's running back to Red Team's carrier for protection. Still don't know where this other destroyer is, but I imagine he's across there somewhere on the right side of the map, trying to stay hidden. We are waiting for our guns to come round. South Carolina is kiting away, so it's not perhaps the best shot to be taken with him going away like this. He is a very narrow target, but we're going to try and get him off the map as well. So aim and fire, ripple those shots and walk them a little bit to each side. They are going through the sky, and it is indeed dirty deeds done dirt cheap with Kraken 117 with 55,500 damage. It's absolutely shameful, and I shall refrain from playing the Agincourt for 2 weeks as penance for my sins in clubbing tier 3. I'm sorry, guys. I just wanted a little bit of fun and to help somebody out at low tier. It isn't my fault you all put yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time. We have two ships left, and there's a carrier, and he's about to come into range. And so, yeah, I'm on a roll here. I'm thinking, okay, we got five. Can we get a six pack? He's in range. We got all these guns. Surely, with all these guns, we can drop a shot on this guy and take care of him without too much trouble. So we go to turn, bring the guns around, here we go, and trying to get a bead on him, and we'll just fire those off there and walk them a little bit around the target. Let's see what RNG does for us here. We're on 55.5, and yeah, we get a grand total of about 3,600 damage off that, which was pretty useless. He is the last ship in the game now. That cruiser's there. He's got a much better reload than I have. He should be taking this guy down. A fire, some AP through the side. Some AP through the side would really work on this guy. But the cruiser gets himself a solo cap, so he didn't get the kill on that other battleship, but he's got himself a solo cap. He's got himself some XP. I'm still literally like sitting here waiting for these guns to reload. We're on 63.5. The reload counter is ticking down so slowly. That's the worst thing about the Agincourt, is even if you build it with a reload reduction, it still takes forever, because obviously these sailors are stopping to have a cup of tea in between salvos like I do sometimes. But here we go, last chance, ripple those shots off. Cruiser's had his shot, now it's time for mine. We drop him through the top of him. We pick up kill number 6, Kraken 117. Cheap and cheerful, much like a Tesco's birthday card, although in America it'll probably be like a Walmart birthday card, you know, one of those cheap things that sit on the side for 50p. 66k, absolutely shameful. I'm sorry, guys. We don't even get top spot, but the good news is that Mike does not finish on bottom spot and manages to climb up the progression ladder towards tier 4 a little bit further. It's been a fun one. It was indeed Dirty Deeds. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Smash the like button, leave me a comment, and if you haven't already done so, please do subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take care and goodbye.